Hi, it's Candy. Welcome to the Art of Planning, where we plan pretty, on purpose, and powerful. And that makes our planning very effective also. So I'm excited to show you the week of April the 4th through the 10th in my Franklin planner. Now, that being said, I will tell you that filming this week this afternoon rather than this morning puts an entirely different spin on it. But I'm kind of happy that that happened, because last week I think I told you that I was going to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly, no matter how it turned out. So this is, like I said, quite different. It gives you a chance, I think, to show you how real the world of planning can be. I will always be very real with you, and this is going to be just about as real as it gets, because wow, what an incredible morning / afternoon / day this has been. Absolutely nothing has gone as planned. Absolutely nothing has gone as planned. In addition to the fact that I didn't start my timer like I wanted to. So I am on the lookout for a camera. So if any of you guys have a special recommendation for the kind of camera to film with, I would love that very, very much, okay? So let me give you just a brief overview. I'm not sure I did, give you a brief overview of the tools that I like to use when planning. I know I told you before, mechanical pencils. I'm a mechanical pencil girl. I love mechanical pencils. They're cute. There's all sorts of cute ones out there. They aren't very expensive, and they can erase. They can erase. That's the big one. I do use lots of sticky notes, and I will go over today. We'll just put in concrete the reason I use lots of sticky notes. I love sticky notes. They brighten things up, but they let you be very flexible, and I need some flexibility in my schedule, but I'll reinforce the reason that I do that. I love lots of clips. I love fun clips. They take me to a place that I need to go. They save places for me. They help me stay organized. There's lots of reasons I love lots of clips. Big old paper clip here. I love that. So I'll show you kind of what happened, okay? I sat down last night with my planner, and I put a pretty detailed plan in place. Monday's kind of where I do my brain dump for the week, and we were watching a TV show last night. Jim was watching, and I had my planner in front of me, which was just wonderful. I mean, I could put down stuff. I put a lot of things here today, but I also put, this is one of my little page markers that I made. I love that. Flips in and out very easily. But then I also keep, this is one of the Franklin planner kind of translucent page markers, and on these I can also put the page markers or the sticky notes, especially when I know it's not something that has to be done today, and I pretty much know it's not going to get to be done today, but the page marker will move with me on pages, as will the note if I don't get it done. When it's done, I rip it off and I throw it away. But I love using the sticky notes exactly for that. If I lived closer to a larger area, I would have fun, pretty, cute sticky notes. I don't live close to a place where we have fun, cute sticky notes, so I don't get fun, cute sticky notes, okay? I always keep one of the Franklin Planner page markers. I always keep one at the front of the next week. And I always keep some sort of a page marker at the very start of the next month, okay? Now, you see this one on Wednesday. It happens that I will not be in the office tomorrow, okay? So we're on the 4th. I'm not going to be in the office tomorrow, so I have a page marker on Wednesday, because anything that does not get done today, I will move to Wednesday. Not tomorrow, but automatically the next move for me will be on Wednesday. So I want my next page marker here, okay? Now, I didn't necessarily not want tomorrow's pages to be available, or this would have been an option for me to do this. So I could have just turned real quickly. But I still need tomorrow's pages available to me for some other reasons. So I didn't want to clip that and not have it available. I hope that makes sense, okay? Okay, so here's what I want to show you too. Okay, so I have all of my little things already down here, things that are important, all of these things. And I told you last week how I prioritize, and then how I how I brain dump on Monday, but then even how I prioritize that with my A's and with my check marks and how I do all of that. This is kind of, Franklin Covey's got it up here, and that's just pretty much how I follow and do things, okay? You will notice there are no check marks up there. It doesn't look like I've got anything accomplished today. And guess why it doesn't look like that? Yep, I pretty much haven't gotten anything accomplished today. Now, another way that I use my planner is I like to check things off. I like to mark things out. I like to keep track of what I have gotten done, because that lets me know how productive I've been. It lets me know if I've been productive, if I haven't been productive, because I like to know that. Because sometimes I look back and think, man, I don't feel like I got that much done today. And I can actually look at it and think, but you know what? I really did. Because you know what? Sometimes you get a lot more done than you think you do. Or sometimes you don't get as much done as you think you do. Sometimes there are things that you do that just don't show, but you really got a lot accomplished. And you need to be able to realize that, because that's a sense of accomplishment when you look back and go, wow, okay, I feel a lot better about today. Okay, well, that's not going to be the case today. So just so I can kind of keep track of what happened from like 9 to 10. Do you see how this is just so I can track. So this is what I do. I just take one of my little page markers out. That's what I use as a straight edge. I like straight edges. So I kind of marked it over here from 9 to 10. Because 9 to 10 was nutso. I just got nothing accomplished. It was not really, I won't even go into it. I won't try to explain. But at 10 o'clock I was like, woohoo, okay, I got nothing accomplished, can't check anything off. That was totally weird. So I just marked it off. And I actually put OOC. That means out of control for me, okay? And I even marked it there so I would remember to tell you. Okay, then I looked back at noon. Does that side just say it all? There were things that had to be done. However, they were certainly not things that were on my checklist. They were just those things that came up. Have you heard of the tyranny of the urgent? Okay, they were urgent things. They had to be handled. They pretty much had to be handled right then. They didn't happen to be on my to-do list though. They were just things that popped their head up. They did have to be done, and they did have to be done at that time. I had no control over that either. But they had to be done. And I know you have felt like that yourself. So, here's what I want you to know. Anybody that's telling you that they can plan their day and get it all done when they say they're going to do exactly how they say they're going to do, I would be very careful of those people. There's not anybody that gets that done. So I really don't think you're going to be hearing that from anybody out there, okay? Everybody I know and listen to is very, very credible, and they're going to say the same thing. You can plan the very best you can, and then sometimes you just got to roll with it. That is one of the reasons I like sticky notes. That is one of the reasons I love these little arrows. This particular arrow says orders. Now, in this particular case, that means that I need to look over here. That means that this says Amazon. I need to order these things from Amazon. I don't have enough room to be writing that all over here. This means that underneath here, there are some other things. So this order means, look under there, for this place, and this place, I need to do orders from. But in this case, I'm going to put an arrow right here, and I'm going to have to accomplish that particular task on Wednesday. So I love my arrows because that'll point me to a different day to accomplish that. Okay? This particular item, we're going to take that little sticky note off and we're going to put it over here. Now, I did not account for the day to become out of control, not at all. But on this particular page marker, I did know that there are some things that I am going to be working on for a while. I'm not going to get accomplished today. I'm not going to accomplish them this week. I'm going to probably be working on them for a month, maybe 2 months. So those are on sticky notes. I want them in my face every day. So they're on sticky notes. I don't want to write them down every day. I want them in my face every day. Those are on sticky notes. If they are shopping lists or something, those are on sticky pages. These are some products, some great cheek/highlighter colors that I sell. I need to look in my stock, in my personal stock, make sure I've got one of everything of those. Because last time I went to reach for them, I couldn't find them. I want those cheek highlighter colors. I've got to check that out, okay? These are one of the important things that come up. These are contact numbers for that person. I put that right there. So that's how my day is. Here's where I put the video. It was going to be a little different video. We'll get it done, and the information that I'm going to share, I hope, is worth it too, which is you plan your day the best you can, and then you work as much as you can to keep it on schedule, and then you rearrange and you be flexible, because that's very important. You prioritize, and then you be flexible. The thing you know is when you have time to get back to your plan, you have prioritized it, and you will then accomplish the most important things to do for the day. You'll get those done. You'll move everything else where it needs to be moved to, okay? So here's what I want you to take from this. Good planning is freedom. You don't need to fall apart when you lose an entire morning. You will be able to go back to a prioritized list when you have an hour left in the day, and you will be able to look at your plan and see what needs to be done, and you can accomplish the top 1 or 2 or 3 things that absolutely needed your attention during the day, and you can feel good about that. So I think a lot of people, whenever they think about planning, look at it as something that's very rigid and feel like it confines them too much. But actually, what a good plan does is it frees you up. It frees you up to not panic whenever urgent things do come along. It frees you up to use your time like you want to use it for things that are important, so that then you can have your time available for things that are fun. I think I should have said that just the other way around. You get things that are done that you want to be done, so that then you can have time in your life for the really important things, which are your family and your friends and the really important things. You schedule the other stuff in. The really important things you spend your time on, you schedule the other stuff in. So good planning, in my mind, allows you the freedom to not have to kind of spaz out about the stuff that has to be done. And today showed me that perfectly. I mean, I have a lot of stuff on here. There is absolutely nothing left that I have to worry about. I can move it all to another time and get it done and still be okay with it. So when you do get your plan out and when you do look at it and prioritize it, most of the time what I find is when I start prioritizing, some of it can come off. I get it out of my head, I get it on paper, and I look at it, and really some of the things that I thought had to be done are not all that important. They can come off, or they can go down so low on the priority list that they really don't have to be done at all. They were just stuff in my head that I was thinking about, okay? And when you compartmentalize them, you see that the priority level is low or the priority level is high. And you get it done and you call it good. So one of the things that I will leave you with is you can decorate. We talk about that all the time. There's no room in here to decorate with this. I mean, this to me is like a perfect page. It may look a little crazy to you, but I know, I mean, I can take this, I can move it, I can mark through stuff, I can know what I've done. I mean, this is a perfect, wonderful page for me in my Franklin planner, and I just wanted to share that with you today, because outside of the fact that I lost control of it, that's okay, because everything was in such a place, in such a way that I know I can move it. I know that it was really lined out in such a way that there was nothing that had to be tightly controlled. So that's when you got a good plan, and all this stuff is not running around in my head anymore. I can move it to other places in the week where everything is perfect. So the planning I did last night worked for the entire week. There was no come apart when today fell apart. That's when I think you've got it all together. So I did not say please subscribe if you haven't, but we would love to have you join us. And I've got another really special, well, I've got a couple more videos in mind that I want to get on this week for you. So I hope that you will join us. We appreciate the time. If you have watched this today, your time's so precious. So if you join us, I appreciate it so much, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.